Berenice, welcome to 3 Generate TV. How are you doing? You having a good weekend so far?
Yes, I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm okay.
Welcome to the studios. So we're going to chat a little bit about your session you had last night. Do you
Yeah.
want to tell us what you talked about and fill us in?
Yeah, so basically we had a sofa chat for the 18 to 23 stream on war, peace and interfaith. So just trying to kind of, understand a bit more about that. Obviously that's relatively topical in the world today. And we started off by talking about stereotypes, which might seem a bit out the way, but actually we kind of had a circular discussion whereby at the end it came right back to that. So we had a video, it's just a really like 2 minute, really short 2 minute like flick about two people who meet running. One of them is Asian and one of them is white, both born in America, both live in America, and they meet and the white guy is asking the girl, oh, where are you from? She's like, from California. He's like, no, where are you from? And he's like, well, I'm born, in Orange County. And she's like, before that, it's before I was born. And the conversation continues along that line. And he finds out that she's Korean, or her heritage is from Korea. And he's then, oh yeah, I love kimchi. And he's trying to think about, oh yeah, no, I've been there. He's trying to like throw out some Korean that he learned. And then she has just kind of stood aback like, what is this guy doing? So she asks the same question and he's like, where are you from? He's like, oh, I'm American. It's like, what do you mean? Oh, like, no, I'm just, normal American. It's like, Native American? Like, no, like just, well, I guess my grandparents are from England. And then she threw out some stereotypes, which obviously being British is like, that's so sad. But then he kind of runs off like that. It's so weird. And she's like, oh, well, maybe it's a Korean thing. Kind of joking to herself in the sense that actually a lot of the time we kind of assume that it's okay to kind of just throw out random facts about a country that we might know about because somebody's from there, when really it means nothing. The same way when you meet people from like America and you're like, oh, you're from England. Oh, I have a friend called Susie. Do you know her?
From London.
And it's like, because the UK is so small that I know everyone.
Yeah. Do you think, and how do you see some of those stereotypes and some of those issues, like what's a story or something that you can practically think of, a current story that...
I think we have the issue at the moment where we think of like Arabs.
Right.
Obviously since things like 9/11, they've kind of been thrown into the spotlight for very negative reasons. People assuming that they're a bomb threat, they're dangerous. And unfortunately, some people are very ignorant and they assume that all people who are Arab or even just look Arab. So, I have Indian friends who have issues and they get pulled over by police. They can't go through airport security easily. People want to check their bags and it's like, leave me alone. I've done nothing wrong. And I think especially for them most recently, that has been a massive issue in society. And I think it's something, again, we need to kind of amend.
And how do you think that would impact society? Like, how do you think overcoming some of these stereotypes, overcoming some of these problems would help the world and maybe the church to implement into the world?
Well, I think it's all about integration. I think if you have two groups of people who are hating on each other or who have kind of unresolved issues, then it's going to cause tension. It's going to, which could lead to violence. It could lead to any sort of things, and that's unfortunately how a lot of wars do start, whereby it's a bit of hearsay. Oh, she did this. Someone did this. Oh no, they did this. Oh no, keep away from these people. Oh no, how dare you? Almost like Romeo and Juliet, sort of like big families against each other for whatever reasons that nobody knows. And I think that if we can amend those sort of situations by educating like our young people, especially, and the fact that these people are actually perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong with them. Yes, there are some people who do this, but you can't generalize this to a whole group of people. And we kind of said that if we can stop things like that, then actually we can have a much more peaceful society, and actually we can then focus on building up our society. So a lot of issues like increasing education for people, increasing healthcare and stuff like that. We could actually work on that if we work together and we're not fighting each other all the time.
That's awesome. Thanks very much for coming by. And if you guys want to get involved in some of these discussions, then just send it to Twitter at 3Generate2014 or hashtag 3Gen if you want to bring some of your responses. It's great to have you with us, Berenice, and we'll see you soon.
Great, thank you.
No problem.